Hello and welcome to a new episode of Trains Out, and today we're at Stafford on the West Coast Mainline. We're being services by Cross Country, Avanti West Coast, London Northwestern Railway, and with any luck, some freight as well. There goes the 0928 Cross Country service to Manchester Piccadilly. There was another pairing of 221 Super Voyagers for Cross Country that left with the 0926 service to Reading, and also the 0927 Avanti West Coast service to Liverpool Lime Street had just departed as I was getting myself set up. Feels like being back at home. Always love coming to Stafford. There's always something good to catch here. There will be long periods where there won't be much in the way of freight. It'll be heavy passenger traffic coming through, but there will be freight during the course of this. But the first one won't be in, well, for me at least, for at least another hour. But you guys will probably see it in, I don't know, 5-10 minutes maybe, depending on how I do on the filming front. So, without further ado, let's see what else shall turn up. And as I say that, we have a very slow Avanti West Coast class 390 coming down. I believe this may be working a service to Glasgow Central going via the Trent Valley route. 391.55 with the honours for this one. Sporting the full livery.
For your own safety, you are reminded to stand behind the yellow line.
Well, that's awfully nice of you. I wouldn't have known that. I thought I could stand in the middle of the line just for banter. Okay, the next train to arrive, with the sun being right in the wrong place, is going to be the 0935 London Northwestern Railway service to Crewe. Lead in proceedings is going to be 351.24. I believe this one was 249, but I could just walk back literally the length of this carriage and get the number for you, or I could just wait for it to depart, and I may just do that. We're going to depart now is the 0935 London Northwestern Railway service to Crewe, and to confirm my theory, it was 249 on the rear. I'll try not to.
Luggage left unattended may be removed without warning or destroyed or damaged by the security services.
Marvellous news. Okay, the next train to arrive is going to be the 0938 London Northwestern Railway service from Birmingham New Street to Liverpool Lime Street. Lead in proceedings is going to be 351.22. With 350.370 bringing up the rear. Okay, now departing is the 0938 London Northwestern Railway service to Liverpool Lime Street.
London Euston only. This train is formed of 9 coaches.
And the next train to arrive is the 0943 Avanti West Coast service from Liverpool Lime Street to London Euston.
To Birmingham New Street via Wolverhampton, calling at Peckridge, Wolverhampton and Birmingham New Street. This train is full of 4 coaches.
Bit of a bizarre service that London Northwestern are running there, but it works. So, slowly working her way in is going to be 390046. Look at that, right on the money. Spot on, sir. Okay, and whirling into life is 390046 with the 0943 Avanti West Coast service to London Euston. And the sun really is in the wrong place for this. And if we do an about turn, we find coming in 352.34 with the 0945 London Northwestern Railway service from Crewe to Birmingham New Street. And as you heard through the announcements there from Anne, it's only calling at Peckridge, Wolverhampton and Birmingham New Street. Again, after a very brief stop, 352.34 is about ready to depart. And is now indeed doing so. Okay, the next train to arrive is going to be the 0952 London Northwestern Railway service from Crewe to London Euston. Okay, so leading her way in is going to be 350.368. I promise I didn't do it. I can absolutely guarantee I didn't do it. Okay, now departing is the 0952 London Northwestern Railway service to London Euston. On the rear it was 352.48. As we have slowly gliding her way through is an Avanti West Coast class 390 Pendolino in the form of 391.53, working an Avanti West Coast service, oddly enough, from London Euston to Blackpool North.
Will be the 0954 London Northwestern Railway service
Okay, the next train to arrive is the 0954 London Northwestern Railway service from Birmingham New Street to Crewe via Stoke-on-Trent, with 353.76 leading. It is just 353. Blah 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 blah. It is just 353.76. And did actually tell you beforehand it was just formed of 4 coaches, but you chose to ignore that, didn't you? Yes, I did. Well done. Okay, and about ready to head off will be 353.76 with the 0954 London Northwestern Railway service to Crewe. Okay, the next train to pass by, giving it some gusto, is going to be an Avanti West Coast Class 390 Pendolino going from Glasgow Central to London Euston via the Trent Valley. .391.57 has the honours for that one. Okay, the first freight train of the day is going to be a DB Cargo UK Class 66 going from Dollond's Moor to Ditton. Coming through about half an hour early. So, giving it what for is 66.102. As also coming in is the 1014 London Northwestern Railway service from Crewe to Birmingham New Street. Worked by a pair of 350s, and at the front is 350.374. I shall get the rear when she departs. Okay, but ready to depart now is going to be the 1014 London Northwestern Railway service to Birmingham New Street. On the rear is 352.37. Sounds like 237's got a nice flat wheel on the front bogie. Driver's not hanging about, that's for sure. Okay, the next train to make an appearance, approaching a now green light, is going to be an Avanti West Coast Class 390 Pendolino that's going to be working a service from Edinburgh Waverley to London Euston, going via Birmingham New Street. .391.52. Okay, the next train to drive is going to be the 1024 cross-country service to Bournemouth via Birmingham New Street.
Avanti West Coast service to Liverpool Lime Street, calling at Crewe, Liverpool and Liverpool Lime Street. This train is called
I shall be sure to do so. Okay, so leading this service in is going to be 220-005. I should get the rear when she eventually departs. Nice brakes. And the next train to arrive is going to be the 1024 Avanti West Coast service from London Euston to Liverpool Lime Street. Worked by 390-134. City of Carlisle. As now departing is the 1024 cross-country service to Bournemouth. On the rear is 220-012. Okay, the next train to arrive is going to be the 1028 cross-country service from Bournemouth to Manchester Piccadilly, as the 1024 Avanti West Coast service to Liverpool Lime Street is now departing. Up the front of this is 220-016, with 221-137 bringing up the rear. There's one X-Bird at the end of that, 390. Okay, the next train to pass by is going to be an Avanti West Coast Class 390 Pendolino, working a service from London Euston to Glasgow Central. (391.37). Okay, now departing is going to be the 1028 cross-country service to Manchester Piccadilly. Okay, the next train to arrive is going to be the 1035 London Northwestern Railway service to Crewe. It's coming in 5 minutes early. Leading the way is 350-240. With 259 bringing up the rear. Voila. Okay, now departing is the 1035 London Northwestern Railway service to Crewe. Okay, the next train drive is going to be the 10:38 London Northwestern Railway service from Birmingham New Street to Liverpool Lime Street. Leading proceedings is 350-255. With 109 bringing up the rear. Okay, the next train to make an appearance is going to be the 10:41 Avanti West Coast service to London Euston from Liverpool Lime Street. As now departing is the London Northwestern Railway service to Liverpool Lime Street. And the 390 is 390-129. Right by the window, spot on. Okay, 390-129 kicks into life as she is about ready to take away the 10:51 Avanti West Coast service to London Euston. City of Stoke-on-Trent. Okay, coming in 7 minutes early is going to be the 10:51 London Northwestern Railway service from Crewe to Birmingham New Street. Worked by 352.43. Okay, the next train to arrive is going to be the 10:52 London Northwestern Railway service from Crewe to London Euston, worked by a pair of Class 350s. And then the train approaching behind me will be an Avanti West Coast service going from London Euston to Edinburgh Waverley via Birmingham New Street. So 352.49 is leading that. Doing about turn, we find 390.119. Okay, about ready to depart now is going to be 352.43 with the 10:51 London Northwestern Railway service to Birmingham New Street. Again, the driver's not really hanging about. Okay, now departing is going to be the 10:52 London Northwestern Railway service to London Euston. with 351.24 bringing up the rear. Okay, the next train to arrive is going to be the 10:56 London Northwestern Railway service from Birmingham New Street to Crewe. Working this is X-Transpennine 35406. Again, after a very brief stop, 35406 is now continuing on her journey to Crewe via Stoke-on-Trent. Okay, the next train to pass by is going to be a DB Cargo UK Class 66 working a container train, very lightly it must be said, from Trafford Park Euro Terminal to Southampton West Docks berth 109. 66019. There is absolutely no way that thing is making any money. Not a chance. And in case anyone's wondering, it's snowing. Okay, the next train to arrive is going to be the 1111 London Northwestern Railway service from Liverpool Lime Street to Birmingham New Street. Leading the way is going to be 35106, and I shall get the rear when she departs. Okay, getting ready to depart now will be the 1111 London Northwestern Railway service to Birmingham New Street. On the rear is 35242. Okay, the next train to come charging along is going to be the Avanti West Coast Class 390 Pendolino. (39124) working a service from Edinburgh Waverley to London Euston. Alright then, after about a good 10-minute wait for me, we now have the 1124 Avanti West Coast service bound for Liverpool Lime Street coming in. Working this service, complete with a little bit of muck on the front windscreen, is 390.042. As we also have coming in the 11:28 cross-country service to Reading from Manchester Piccadilly, worked by a pair of their Voyagers. Leading proceedings is going to be 2:20.028, and I shall get the rear when she departs. Nice brakes once more. Okay, about ready to depart now will be the 11:24 Avanti West Coast service to Liverpool Lime Street. As people on board this cross-country service are just... oh, I don't know what they're doing. Nope, we're back off again. We've got on the wrong carriage. Let's completely ignore the fact that we can walk through the train into the next one. I swear, if some of these people had brains, they'd be dangerous. Okay, we've got another two services up in the distance. One is from Avanti West Coast, the other is from Cross Country. The Cross Country service is working the 11:28 from Bournemouth to Manchester Piccadilly. The Avanti one is working a service, oddly enough, from London Euston to Glasgow Central. The Cross Country service will be worked by a Super Voyager and Standard Voyager. Here we have 221104. With 221102 bringing up the rear. And you can probably just see in the window there the tail end of the cross-country service. Okay, the 11:28 service to Reading is about ready to depart. 221134 and 005 are the pairing that will be working the Manchester Piccadilly bound service. Guard is now on board. Door is shut. Guard has just signalled to the driver. And away we go. On the rear of this is 221120. Doing about turn. We find off the 11:28 service to Manchester Piccadilly is now departing. Okay, the next train to arrive is going to be the 11:35 London Northwestern Railway service from London Euston to Crewe. Okay, so lead of proceedings is 350.112. With 118 bringing up the rear. Bit of a sudden stop. Alright then, now departing is the, think about it, 11:35 London Northwestern Railway service to Crewe. And you wouldn't think it was snowing earlier. Now it's quite nice and sunny again. There's a lorry on that bridge behind me who's got the squeakiest brakes going. Okay, the next train to make an appearance is going to be the 11:38 London Northwestern Railway service from Birmingham New Street to Liverpool Lime Street, worked by 35237 and one of their classmates. As up in the distance is the 11:41 Avanti West Coast service to London Euston, coming from Liverpool Lime Street, oddly enough. On the rear of this is 350-374, sporting the vinyl there for Liverpool South Parkway. And then slowly gliding her way in is going to be answers on a postcard. Any minute now. 390-122. Very delicate. Okay, next party is going to be the 11:38 London Northwestern Railway service to Liverpool Lime Street.
350-374 and 350-237 taken away to 11:39 on the Northwestern Railway service to London. Liverpool Lime Street. Why did that take forever to stay? I don't know. I'm not even paying attention.
Okay, next passing is the 11:41 Avanti West Coast service to London Euston. Penny the Pendolino. Hello, Penny. Okay, the next train to arrive is the, oh, blimey, 11:45 London Northwestern Railway service from Crewe to Birmingham New Street, operated by 370? Really? Are you sure? Apparently so. 350-376. Where did you get 370 from? No idea. Okay, about ready to depart now. It's going to be 350-376 with the 11:45 London Northwestern Railway service from Crewe to Birmingham New Street. And once again, the driver is not hanging about. Okay, the next train to arrive is going to be the 11:55 London Northwestern Railway service from Crewe to London Euston, worked by a pair of Class 350s. And then there will be something coming through from Crewe Cresty Bridge to Daventry. I'm assuming it's just a light engine movement. 350-259 will be leading this in. I shall get the rear when she departs. I'll have to keep my peepers open. It's a 66. 66 running light. 66-428 for DRS. Okay, so the next train to pass by is going to be the Avanti West Coast Class 390 going from London Euston to Blackpool North, interestingly going via Birmingham New Street. 151 with the honours for this. Unknown Soldier.
It's a service run via Birmingham, so it's probably just come off the Birmingham line.
Okay, heading out now is the 11:55 London Northwestern Railway service to London Euston. With 352.40 bringing up the rear. And here we have 353.75 with the 11:56 London Northwestern Railway service from Birmingham New Street to Crewe via Stoke-on-Trent. I have no doubt we'll be seeing her on her return. Plenty of action taking place at the Royal Mail platform over there. That chap's been marching back and forth with the trolleys all morning and into the afternoon so far. But I don't believe anything will be turning up today. Okay, the next train to make an appearance is going to be another Avanti West Coast Class 390 going from Glasgow Central to London Euston. 390.006 with a cracking tone from the driver there, thank you very much. Okay, the next train to pass by is going to be a GBRF 66 going from Clitheroe Cement to Avonmouth Sidings. Or Avonmouth Hanson Sidings. 66.702. There's a lot of wind there. She's not hanging about. Can't remember the last time we even caught a cement train. Quite rare for me. And there's a bus. Okay, the next train to pass by is going to be a pair of GBRF Class 66s going from Eastleigh to Widnes. 66.748 leading. Calling 701.005. With 66.788 on the rear. Okay, the next train to pass by is going to be a GBRF 66 going from Hams Hall to Longport, 66.712. Nice time for the driver there, and then we have a DRS 88 going from Moss End to Daventry in the form of 88.008. Decent length on there. Nice seeing 88 out and about. Okay, the next train to make an appearance is going to be a pair of London Northwestern Railway Class 350s going from Liverpool Lime Street to Birmingham New Street. with 350, 370 leading proceedings. Wonderful. Okay, the 12:11 London Northwestern Railway service to Birmingham New Street is departing. For whatever reason, I wanted to say East Midlands Rail. I've no idea why. Suddenly, I'm having a complete meltdown. I was doing so well. And Sport in the full livery is 351.22. Okay, the next race pass by is going to be a Freightliner Class 90 running light from Rugby to Crewe Bass Hall. 90.049. Nice little peep from the driver there. Looks like he's making a quick drop off. It's not a bad taxi service, that.
Especially when we had that tow.
A 90 is something I shall take.
I thought it was going to be a next great triangular unit.
It would
There you go.
It would have been better if it was XGA.
Made his drop, and he's off.
And he's off.
Wasn't even worth pausing.
And Ferguson now is in the Avanti
West Coast voyages from Edinburgh.
Jesus Christ, that acceleration from that 90, my God. Jesus Christ, that thing just wasn't hanging about. Right, well, from one extreme to the other, we now have a pair of Avanti West Coast 221 Super Voyagers coming through, working a service from Edinburgh Waverley to London Euston. Leading the way is 221-101. Nice wave from the driver there. And then 221115 brings up the rear in the Avanti West Coast livery.
And another wave from the driver.
Yeah.
Okay, the initial inspector appearance is going to be the 1228 cross-country service from Manchester Piccadilly to Bournemouth. As also coming in behind me is the 1224 Avanti West Coast service from London Euston to Liverpool Lime Street. This will be worked by a Super Voyager and a Standard Voyager. Two people up in the cab this time round. Leading this is 221135. And we should see the Avanti West Coast Pendolino. There she is. Working the service to Liverpool Lime Street is 390.043. Sporting the full livery. Okay, and up in the distance is going to be another pair of cross-country voyagers operating a service from Reading to Manchester Piccadilly. Presumably it's just going to be a standard voyager attached to a super. Nope, it's two standard voyagers, so I shall get the digits for those when I check momentarily. Okay, my registered partner now is going to be the 1228 cross-country voyager service from Manchester Piccadilly to Bournemouth, with 221135 leading. The 1228 service to Manchester Piccadilly is operated by 005 and 008. We about turn, we have. 39138 hurtling our way through with the northbound Avanti West Coast service to Glasgow Central. 66013. Nice hiss there as he passes. Okay, the train's passed through with some fair speed. There's a DB66 going from Cliff Vale to Bescott Down sidings at 66068. Fair amount of noise kicked up there. As we also have coming in the 1235 London Northwestern Railway service from London Euston to Crewe, led by former Transpennine 350 408. With 350 261 bringing up the rear.
Very different background units there. Long distance express at the front, suburban train at the rear.
Okay, our origins apart now will be 350 261 and her classmate for what will be our final train of part 1 as it continues its way up to Crewe. So, thank you all very much for watching, it is greatly appreciated. If you have enjoyed what you've seen today in part 1, please do like and subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment, I do go back to them as and when I get the opportunity to. It has been absolutely outstanding to start with. I'm very, very much looking forward to getting part 2 done. But for now, I'm going to go and get myself something to nibble on and something to drink. Recharge the old batteries and then continue on in the afternoon and see what adventures await me. So, I shall hopefully see you all in part 2. Take care, guys. Goodbye.